Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Far From Home Spider-Man figure in his new MCU attire, which I'm told is just very conveniently orchestrated in the film, because I haven't seen the film yet. I've heard from fanboys that it's the best thing since sliced bread. I've heard from haters that it's terrible, and I've heard from everybody that I actually trust that it's about as mediocre as you can get, so I'm not in any rush to see the movie. You guys can let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But one thing we cannot argue about is whether or not this suit looks pretty cool, and I mean, I guess we could technically argue about it, but that'd be silly. It does look pretty cool. Is it classic Spider-Man? Almost. Is it kind of updated? Yes, indeed. Has a little bit of white on it, and I've always been a big fan of them adding white into the suit, like in the PS4 game. I think that looks great, and I like it here. So those are my personal opinions, and up to you. It's up to you if you, and English is hard, and it's up to you if you like those or not. But we can review the figure regardless, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 15 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to 6 inches. So definitely a little bit shorter than your average figure, which I guess is accurate because he's a fairly short guy. As far as the accuracy of the suit itself goes, I don't know. I'm sure it's not perfect. It's almost impossible for them to do that when they release a figure this close to the movie's release. So I always give them a little bit of slack there. But what I can't really give them slack on is how shiny this thing is. Holy crap, is it shiny. And it does have texture throughout, but it's very subtle in the legs and arms, and it is basically not there. Like, you can technically see it there, but it's not there in the torso at all, and that's even shinier than the rest of it. I mean, this is a different plastic than this, but holy crap, is this guy shiny. He almost looks like he's supposed to be metallic, and I don't believe that's the case in this suit, so that's not good. They painted the spider logo well enough-ish. There's red poking through because they painted the bluish black and then they painted the white. But they did a good job with the white, and they did a good enough job with the white on the eyes. So aesthetics are not too bad. I'm gonna give it nope, it's too shiny. 7 out of 10. I almost gave it an 8. That's way too shiny. 7 out of 10. A nice matte coat would have been, a 6 out of 10. It's way too shiny. It's too shiny, and also there's no paint anywhere on this other than the solid colors. So there is paint, but like no shading at all, and because it's shiny, it just looks really cheap and toy-y rather than collectible-y. So 6 out of 10 is my verdict for the aesthetic. I don't like, that's not gonna look good on a shelf. It looks like one of those crappy customs somebody made, and they just sprayed it with gloss clear coat thinking that'll keep the joints from scratching and shiny things are cool. No, it looks like crap. 6 out of 10. Time for the accessories. We have 4 hands. We have 2 gripping hands and 2 thwipping hands. And that rhymed, so I'm gonna have to give them a bonus. No, 5 out of 10. No web accessories, minimal hands, no wall crawling hands, no fist hands. Like, what do we need gripping hands for? I'd rather have fist hands. Like, yeah, I know we can't have everything in every release, but how about we have wise choices? So thwipping hands, nice. 2 gripping hands with nothing to grip? I wanted to make a joke about what they can grip, but I can't do that because that's inappropriate. So that's just silly. 5 out of 10 for the accessories. Time for the articulation. I'm sure that's going to be a good on this guy. At least the articulation will be good. We can look up. It looks like his neck's broken, but he can do it. We can look down. That's pretty good. Can we look up without breaking the neck? Yeah, it doesn't go as far, but it still looks nice. You can go farther if you want. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. Head swivel is fine. So he is connected on a ball peg, but there's almost no play. Just a tiny little bit, which I guess is okay. And then, of course, the hinge. Butterfly joint is pretty nice. One of the better ones we've seen, so I like that. Shoulders work no problem. He actually has shoulders this time, by the way, so that's pretty good. And full rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, all that's good. Wrist swivel, of course, and a hinge, so that's fine. Ab crunch goes back. They did continue the sculpt. It's not one of the worst ones we've seen, so that's pretty good. Going forward, it's not bad. It'll do. And then our waist twist is a waist twist. Legs do go up all the way, but they do fling out to the side, so that's going to limit some posability, of course. They don't go back very far at all. Going out to the side is pretty far. It's still not as far as it should be going, but it's farther, so I'll take it. Thigh swivel is okay, though the ball peg that the hips connect on is pretty loose, so that's kind of an annoyance, really. Double jointed knees are fine, and then the ankle. It goes all the way back, so that's pretty good. And then it goes all the way forward if you push it, and that is really good. And then the ankle rocker is really solid, so that's awesome. So the articulation is definitely the best part about this figure, and the suit design, I guess, but that's not the figure's fault, so I can't give it bonus points for that. So articulation, final verdict is, I'll give it an 8. An 8 out of 10 for the articulation. Still some weird issues that we shouldn't have, but all in all, it's pretty solid. But I gotta say, guys, final verdict on this thing is phoned in. It's a phoned in, mediocre, shiny, non-accessory having collectible. Maybe kind of collectible, more or less. Just it's something you're gonna be like, I don't care if I have it or not, and that's kind of how I feel. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. He's too freaking shiny. Like, the aesthetic is an important factor. If a figure's ugly, then it doesn't matter how good the articulation is, because it's still gonna be ugly. And shiny isn't something you can pose away. This is the shiniest non-supposed to be shiny figure I've ever had. And if it turns out that he's supposed to be shiny, though I really don't think that's the case, then I take back everything I said and it gets an 8 out of 10. But it's not supposed to be that shiny. I swear it's not. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. I can't take that. It's so... Look at him. He looks wet. He's moist. Moist Spider-Man. I'll pass. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you did not enjoy this video, well, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. That's okay, too. And you may want to consider subscribing if you did like it, because I do have thousands of videos already on the channel, and new ones coming out just about every single day. So make sure you come back for that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.